Hey guys, Happy New Year. My name's Dan. I'm here to talk to you about the MotoGP Esports Championship. We have been running it for the last couple of years and we've had players from all around Australia get involved and participate in some of the rounds. And speaking of which, you know, some of these guys have competed in ASBK, even raced internationally as well, which is pretty amazing when we come up to the tracks that they're like, oh yeah, I've actually raced there. So we also have players that, you know, have never owned a motorbike. Rookies, effectively guys that are just starting to grasp Red Bull rookies and Moto3. And then the semi-pro are guys that might have played a couple of the games in multiple iterations over the last couple of years, maybe done the campaign and competed a championship or whatnot. So they really are starting to grasp, particularly Moto2 and GP, just need a little bit more race consistency. That kind of leaves us with the pros. You know, these guys have probably played more than 5 of the game iterations. If not, you know, they put a lot of time into it and they're pretty quick. You know, probably got world times in the top 50. You know, all the way down to top 10 and whatnot. So yeah, that allows these guys the opportunity to maybe go against each other and build up some pace to compete on the world stage, on the world esports scene. So that's always good for those guys. But in regards to the rookies and semi-pro, you know, it's pretty awesome to see even guys just coming together and having a bit of a laugh and racing against each other across the championship. We do have the championship lining up with the MotoGP Championship. So instead of waiting for the warm-up practice rounds that they do before they race, we get our races going underway then. So you have, you know, qualifying and race in those 4 classes before you get to watch the GP, the Moto3, and then the Moto2 and MotoGP. So it really makes for spectating MotoGP after you've had your races a lot more enjoyable, I found, especially because you'll know certain corners where these guys are passing and you're like, man, I can't believe he's actually managed to do that. You know, take Rossi at Catalunya, for example. It's pretty hard to get a pass set done on the game. So yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable in that aspect. You guys maybe wanting to know a little bit more about the game, you know, where it's at in its development. It's come a long way over the last couple of years. With dynamic weather, the track's drying up and you had to put in your fastest lap on the last lap as you're going out. So, you know, all the rest of the qualifying was pretty much just building up that pace. So you're making sure you're getting everything right. Your braking markers are moving a little bit forward as the track's drying up. You're getting more grip and trying to stay on that dry line too is so critical, whether you get your hot lap in or whatnot. So yeah, dynamic weather is just awesome. Another aspect maybe you guys do or don't know about is they have tyre wear and fuel loads and power mapping. So tyre wear is pretty standard, you know, it makes a pretty crucial racing experience. If you pick a wrong tyre, just like those guys do on the grid, you know, good luck trying to get to the end of the race in the position you were hoping for. It's happened to multiple of us over the racing championship. And weather dynamics, so you know, we try and follow those guys, whether it's a cloudy event or a sunny or it's wet or it's rainy. So we'll literally mimic the same weather conditions they're racing under, and that plays a huge factor in your tyre wear. So yeah, you know, that helps you strategize your race plan, whether you want a full fuel load and maybe put it on power too and try and bolt off the start of the race, try and get away from everyone and let them kind of dice with each other and hold each other up. Yeah, that's definitely an opportunity you can do, but obviously you got that aspect of you're still fighting against a pretty heavy bike off the start of the race, and you do feel it in the game with a high fuel load. So depends on what strategy you're going for, as into what will work with you. But yeah, as you can see, we've got trophies and medals depending on, you know, the classes and how well you go. And to get involved in this, look, it's a lot cheaper than taking your track bike out for a track day or even doing a race meet. You're only looking at $50 for the whole entire championship. That'll cover your Red Bull rookies, Moto3, Moto2 and GP, so qualifying and racing as well. So pretty awesome for that, and we are looking at getting some t-shirts sent out to all the players, and we'll put their gamer tag on the back and obviously digital moto racing, which is our club. We'll be throwing that on the front too, so look out for us. We'll be out and about, you know, all around Australia, whether it's your local track day or maybe we're doing the Moto Tuesday. Do a little bit of mini motos on the pit bike. So yeah, feel free to come up to me and ask me a couple of questions, and some of the guys do track days at Lakeside and QR, and we're definitely out at Morgan Park. So yeah, just ask us a couple of questions and we'll be more than happy to answer it in regards to what's involved in the championship and how you can get on board. But even then, look, if you just want to throw some comments below and ask whatever you've got on your mind and what's involved, and I'm more than happy to answer them as well. And I'll throw in the description below the link to the Facebook group. And also next year we're looking at running some live commentary. So I will be live streaming Twitch and commentating over top of these races for the rookies and the semi-pro. And you guys that may be wanting to give it a go, we've still got to do our final round at PI, which will be pretty awesome. I'll be commentating all of those races just because some of us have actually finished up the championship points, so we've got a couple spare, so we thought why not, get on board and commentate the epic races where some of these guys are actually still fighting for second and third place and first place in the rookies for these championship titles. So should be good to watch, and I hope you guys come on board and watch the live stream there. That'll be awesome. Anyway, that's me signing out. Throw in a highlight reel of all the races last year. You guys can check them out, and I'll see you guys next year.